Today's short video I want to use to put some emphasis, actually great importance, on the very silent moments that most people absolutely do not cherish at all, simply because they are walking unconsciously through life. They are not able to capture the very moment, even though so many people, and you most likely as well, have heard that simple phrase, live in the moment. Yet people actually oftentimes misinterpret that simple line and use it for something completely different. It is those silent moments when you actually realize, when you, for example, sit in a chair and you feel the weight sinking into that chair, when you get something to drink and you put emphasis on your arm, how you're extending it, how you're pouring water into the cup, how you feel the cup's weight increasing. Yeah, you simply put more importance to a certain subject than most people would actually give it for. Because after all, most people think live in the moment is to completely enjoy partying, doing drugs, doing certain nonsense, gaming all the time without having done anything prior to it of importance. For example, having to do your homework, having to do your studying, having to do anything related to work, preparing certain things for certain projects for the following days ahead. Living in the moment absolutely doesn't have anything to do with, for example, trying to simply pass time by. You actually want to cherish those moments. You want to save as much as possible of input that you get out of that moment for yourself, for later relevance. You do not want to simply have time passed by quickly by living happily doing whatever you are, for example, right now doing. Just like as I said in the example about partying. People who party all the time, for example, on the weekends, to them, time flies by. They come inside a club, for example, later on, to them, it's only 1 or 2 hours passing by, huh? Personally speaking. Objectively spoken, though, 6 hours have passed. They think they lived in the moment, but they absolutely completely were lost in the moment. For example, when people are at a dancing club or there's a festival going on, what do most people do? They pick out their phones in order to capture the moment, while actually in that very moment completely being lost, living next to life. They want to capture the moment for later to relive that scenario once again, while in fact not having lived in the moment in totality. The same goes when they are living throughout the daily life. They are doing most of the things unconsciously, because doing things unconsciously at one point saves you energy, and you can do more without losing that energy. So you can stretch yourself doing certain things that the energy is actually required for you to have. If you learn a new behavior, new habits, new daily habits, over time they become unconscious, so you do not have to consciously once again think about them anymore, saving you energy in the long process. Which, for example, might give you the ability to cherish certain moments because you, for example, live life differently. Yeah? You live life, not life lives you. You put emphasis on small things. Those small things, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, have great impact to change your life drastically in whatever direction you want to have it heading towards to, because you put emphasis on small things. Simple small changes to your behavior, simple small changes to your thought patterns. How you are about to go on solving certain problems, how you are approaching a new project, a new goal of yours. Whatever it is the small fine details that you tweak, not the major big things that most people actually want to seek out to, so they can get external validation from people. Look what big thing I have accomplished or they have accomplished. But the small fine details, The subtle, small, fine details. Once again, that's the things that most people absolutely are unable to actually even perceive. The subconscious captures everything, but the conscious part of people, it's under the radar. They absolutely have no clue what was going on. This is basically only be possible to be captured by people who have that awareness, that situational awareness, that have trained themselves, for example, through meditation or military training, police training, martial arts. It's great emphasis on yourself, on your surroundings, and to always be calm and capture every moment in order to understand what's going on all around you. And most people absolutely, the average person has absolutely no clue about such things because they have never thought about it. They have never been reading about stuff like that. No one taught anything to such people, and life basically just lives them. This is a very sad thing. In order for yourself to be able to see those moments, to seek those moments, try to slow down your life. Try to slow down every process that you're doing throughout the day. How you're cooking, how you're cleaning, how you are organizing certain things, how you're writing whatever on paper or typing, on the keyboard. Slow down. Give your brain more time to process what you're actually doing. Capture the moment. I'm sitting right now in the chair. I'm feeling the entire weight in the chair. I feel my back. I feel how my arms are resting on the table. I relax. Suddenly, at one point, you will consciously feel how you're breathing. That's also the thing when, for example, people are doing that. They later on consciously all the time are thinking about breathing in and breathing out, and then, oh my God, how is it possible to stop that? That naturally just fades away. But that's just one thing. Slow down. Realize what you're doing. Capture that moment. Ask yourself why you are doing certain things. How can certain things be done more efficiently? How can certain things be more cherished? Appreciate those things. Most people don't appreciate what they have. Most people only appreciate certain things, certain people, whatever, when it's gone, when it's no longer there on a daily basis, when the knowing of not being able to capture that moment with someone or something is no longer given. That's when people put emphasis on certain things. Slow down. Ask yourself about yourself in your life right now. Who is in your life? The people that, for example, left. What kind of impression did I give you? Cherish those moments with those people. Maybe do not take your friends for granted or certain other people for granted. Maybe do a call for the weekend, because the weekend might not be given in certain circumstances. The small, fine details absolutely have the impact, the possibility to absolutely change something drastically for an individual. Someone else might someone else might absolutely not be able to see that. The fine, small details, how someone is dressed, how someone is walking, how someone is talking, how someone is speaking soul and life into something. That other people, they just hear it, it goes in and it goes out. And they say they have understood, but they don't do anything. They don't act on the information given because they can't process it. It is already gone. The moment is gone. The information is irrelevant to these people. And they later on ask themselves why they were not present, because someone else might have given them an impulse, and an impact, might have given them the time and possibility to look at something and then say, look what you have here. Look what you have, what you can gain. Do something with it. Play with it. in order for you to completely change and relax on the inside. So you no longer have to worry about certain things, what's going on tomorrow, what's going on in a week, what you have to plan, what you have to plan already far in advance, or what happened in the past. People are always in the past or in the future, but not in the present, in that very moment, moment, right now, moment. Every second there's a moment. That's why I say you have in every single second the chance to change your entire destiny. In every moment, you can decide you're going to do something about it. You're going to fix certain things. You're going to try to resolve a problem. Time gives you a lot of opportunities and possibilities to fix it, to cherish it, to renew certain things for the better, for the future. And in that future, you are again in that moment that you can learn on the weekends, for example, and later on you stretch it to a daily basis until you can fully relax and enjoy what you have. And by doing that, you are completely able to appreciate what you have, who you are, and what you are able to accomplish. You later on, sooner or later, realize who you are. So you can fulfill your potential, while most people lost in life all life long. Have the courage to be yourself. Many are not consciously walking through life. Shit. No. Emphasis, actually very great emphasis on the very silent moments. People yet do not realize them once again. Because after all, oftentimes no perfectionism at play.